CR35 cable excavator, owned by Aaron Wilson out of Beaver Dam. And if I was to guess, then probably like the great grandpa. Some of the machines that you see like in your town highway department, digging ditches and whatever. Up next is a 1951 Phantom ABM 57 excavator mounted on a truck, owned by Aaron Wilson, also from Beaver Dam. Alan Chalmers Speed Control.
Cables on that.
Alan Chalmers WD, owned by the Teach family, Seneca Castle. Model 44, owned by the Teach family out of Seneca Castle. Here we have a 2040 runway by well down why they call it an oil hole is because the radiator is full of oil. That's how they make to maintain a higher running temperature to burn the kerosene better. Here we have Danielle and Nancy. Here's her dad. Up next, 1938 Galaxy Road Grader, owned by Gavin Wilson out of Beaver Dam. A lot of early road graders are powered by farm tractors like Caterpillar, and here in particular the International I-12, and there was a gallon river tag. And here we have Diana Snipe out of beautiful Geneva, New York. Diana's been around here, she's been a director, worked in the cages, and everything. She's been here for up next, the 1922 Case 50 horsepower, owned by Tom and Oak Curtis out of Palm Beach. This engine has been owned by the Curtis family for 60 years Richard Ostrowski on a 1941 Farmall BN. Said that was bought as a toy for the grandkids. And they come to us from Berners Bay, New York. Coming up next is Gary Ray, assisted by his dog Angel. Got a 1959 D10 high crop, made for use in the tobacco fields in the South. Converted by Thompson Equipment, and Gary and Angel Racer out of Hopewell. Who is standing down here ably assisting me. Made by the Monarch Railroad Company of Pageant, New York. Steam engine association, we have about 5 or 6 New York built engines. Most of these New York built engines are the only ones known to exist. This one here is an 1891 Rocky. 49, John Deere G with a wide front end. Joe comes with on it. Indianapolis, New York. We have a 40-horse game owned by the Stewart family. Thomas O'Hara. Done quite a bit of work on it overall. Coming up next, Ron Christensen on the 1939 Ellis Chalmers B. Bob New in Ontario County. Coming up next, 1981 International Harvester 4586. Owned by Jim Earl out of Geneva. The tractor has a V8 engine in it with 800 cubic inches, producing 300 horsepower. With international with Bigamy, coming up next on a 1938 John Deere B, we have Ben Eastman from Anderson. And I said it every day this week. I'm waiting for him to pick me up and go take me out to lunch. So we have 4088 acres, all night. Driving a 1940 Farmall Lane. This has been family owned since 1952 and they restored it back in 2016. Next one is a 1944 Farmall H. This one is driven by Nick Marks. Family owned since 1969 and restored in 2023. Jeff Lawrence, 1951 John Deere R, coming to us from Daytona Beach, Florida. Model R was John Deere's first diesel tractor, and if you get a chance to look at that, there's a little two-cylinder engine in there to start the big two-cylinder engine. Little pony engine in there. Next driver is Dale McNeely with a Minneapolis Moline Model R, 1951 model, coming to us from Savannah, New York.
Oh, Mom and Dad, okay.
Next up is Claudette Bolt, driving an 1858 340 utility. Claudette comes to us from Pageant. Followed up by Carlton Bolt, driving an 1868 International Harvester 1256. Carlton is obviously also from Pageant. Says here that he bought it new, sold it, and then found it again, bought it back. operated today by Eric Moak and Ada DeRoll out of Magnolia, Delaware. Next is the 1958 330 utility, owned by Carl and Rachel DeRollo out of Rochester, New York. Next up, 1949 Ford E10, owned by Ginny Ray Morin out of Rexford. Next up, Gary Christensen, 1939 Farmall H out of Pageant. Followed up by Rebecca Christensen with the 1950 Farmall Cup.
Yep, got it, guy. No, I'm good.
Next up, 1942 John Deere L.A. owned by Nick Root from Geneva. Driven today by Brandon. Next up is the 1940 John Deere H, owned by Scott Dillon. Next up, we have a 1931 Ford Model AA truck, owned by Carl Crawford out of Sterling, New York. And I bet you'll never see a check engine